bleats that exactly mimicked the stupid comments of a goat in all its various states of mind. A goat that is surprised, a goat that is looking for its kid, a goat that is protesting, a goat that is hungry, a goat that is perplexed, a goat that is in rut. His most popular bleat, however, was that of a goat that has nothing to say. This bleat was the perfect parody of unintelligence, empty-headedness, inanity, and harmlessness. If you want to know what it sounded like, just go up past the ancient tombs to where the lime pit is. It is in the wild ground near there that Ibrahim the Mad still watches the goats, even though he is no longer sane. You should beware of his great dog. It is a very fine animal that takes each goat back to its owner every evening, without Ibrahim the Mad having to do anything at all. But it is a somewhat ready-fanged dog that recognizes a stranger straight away by the smell. If you cannot find Ibrahim there, then listen for the sound of the kaval and follow it. He blows it so sadly that it makes you stand still and go into mourning. He does not bleat himself any more, but listens to the goats as they wander from shrub to shrub, and you will soon recognize the bleat of a goat with nothing to say. Ibrahim used to do it quite suddenly in the middle of a conversation, or at a solemn moment in a ceremony, and when he was a small boy, his father used to beat him for it. One day, he even interrupted the Imam, Abdul Hamid Hodja, who was making some interminable point about the law, which was one of his habits. May he rest in paradise. This was under the plane trees where the old men sit in the Maidan. Anyway, Ibrahim crept up behind a tree. He was about 8 years old, and bleated quite suddenly when everyone else was listening quietly and respectfully. There was a shocked silence, and then Ibrahim giggled and ran away. The men looked at each other, and Ibrahim's father leapt to his feet, his face flushed with anger and shame. But Abdul Hamid was a good-natured man, who was naturally dignified enough not to have to be concerned about offences against his dignity. And he put his hand on the other's sleeve. "Don't strike him," he said. "I was bleating myself, and now someone else should have the chance to speak." Ibrahim's father was called Ali the Broken-Nosed. The men were puzzled by the Imam's tolerance of such disrespect, but the word spread that the Imam considered that there was something providential in the irreverence of the boy. So from then onwards his mischief was accepted as one of the normal hazards of life. Back in those days, Ibrahim was a friend of my son, Karatavuk, and I can truly say that he was not mad at all. He was merely framed by God in a comical way. If you want to see him as he is now, you don't have to go up to the tombs, now that I come to think of it. Just wait until he returns with the goats, and the great dog delivers them home for the night. Ibrahim the Mad knows the name of each goat, but apart from that, his head is empty enough to rent. They say that for a madman, every day is a holiday. But they also say that insanity has 70 gates. It is true that many of the mad are happy, as you can see by the idiots of this town who sit on the walls and grin and piss themselves. But I know that the gate through which Ibrahim travelled was the gate of unconquerable sorrow, and that his mind remains a cataract.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.